In December 2013, Pope Francis was named Person of the Year by Time magazine, and it was announced that he had been nominated for the 2000 Nobel Peace Prize. He did not receive this honor, but he continued to devote his time to reaching out to Catholics around the world. Jorge Mario Bergoglio was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, on December 17, 1936. His parents, Mario José Bergoglio and Regina Maria Sibori, were Italian immigrants that escaped from Italy when the dictatorship of Benito Mussolini began. He's the oldest of 5 siblings. When he was 12, he fell in love with a girl, and he told her that if he didn't marry her, he would become a priest. When he was 21, he suffered from pneumonia, so he had a surgery to remove a part of one of his lungs due to serious infection. He graduated from a technical school as a chemical technician before beginning training at the Diocesan Seminary of Villa Devoto. In March 1958, he entered the novitiate of the Society of Jesus. He got a job in the food section of a laboratory, but he also made money as a bar bouncer. Bergoglio taught literature and psychology at Immaculate Conception College in Santa Fe in 1964, and also taught the same subjects at the Colegio del Salvatore in Buenos Aires. He studied theology and received a degree from the Colegio of San Jose, and finished his doctoral thesis in theology in Freiburg, Germany in 1986. Ordained as a priest in December 1969, the Pope worked as a pastor of the Patriarch San Jose parish and serving as a Jesuit provincial of Argentina. But his mother did not offer her blessing when her son decided to join the priesthood because she simply thought her son made a bad decision to pursue a religious vocation. She spent several years resisting the decision, never visiting him at the seminary until he was actually ordained. On May 20, 1992, Bergoglio was named titular bishop of Auca, an auxiliary of Buenos Aires. Then, he became Archbishop of Buenos Aires, succeeding Antonio Guarracino. 3 years later, in February 2001, he was elevated to Cardinal by Pope John Paul II, named the Cardinal Priest of Saint Robert Bellarmino. In 2005, he was named President of the Bishops' Conference of Argentina, serving in that position until 2011. After Pope John Paul II's death in April 2005, Bergoglio received the second most votes in 2005 Papal Conclave. On March 13, 2013, at the age of 76, Jorge Bergoglio was named the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, becoming the first Pope from Latin America, the first non-European and first Jesuit Pope. When he was named Pope, the media quickly picked up on some stories of his humility. He chose the name Francis because of Saint Francis of Assisi. His name is a name that no Pope ever has chosen. Pope Francis broke a tradition that had been upheld by popes for more than a century. He refused to live in the official papal residence and decided to live in the Vatican guest house where he could receive visitors and have meetings. He also wore simple clothes and decided not to wear the traditional red shoes. He decided to wear his own black shoes he used when he was an archbishop. He is multilingual, speaking Spanish, Latin, and Italian fluently, but also understands German, French, Portuguese, English, and Ukrainian. Pope Francis made his first international visit on July 22 of 2013, when he arrived in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. There, he was greeted by Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff in a welcome ceremony and later circulated in downtown Rio in order to be close to people. In September 2013, Pope Francis called for others to join him in praying for peace in Syria. The Pope implored those involved in the conflict to find a peaceful solution. He said, "Leave behind the self-interest that hardens your heart. Overcome the indifference that makes your heart sensitive towards others. Conquer your daily reasoning, and open yourself to dialogue and reconciliation." Pope Francis gave an apostolic exhortation, an address calling for big changes in the Catholic Church, including rethinking long-held but antiquated customs. He stated, "I do not want a church concerned with being at the center, and that ends by being caught up in a web of obsessions and procedures." He also suffered a personal loss after several members of his family were killed in a car accident in Argentina. Pope Francis is the head of more than 1.2 billion Roman Catholics, and in 2014 he was named by Forbes magazine as the world's #1 greatest leader. He spoke out against global abuses and the misuse of political and economic power, lamenting the disappearances and suspected murders of 43 students in Mexico. He came out against sexual abuse of children by church members. Church will not accept such crimes against children. He also spoke about homosexual relationships and saying, if gay people have good intentions, why will he judge them? In 2016, he gave his prayer intentions to the family and the children so they could grow up in a healthy and peaceful environment. His decision to crack down on church corruption and exhumanate members of the mafia were hailed by Catholics and non-Catholics alike. They also caused him to receive death threats. Finally, his schedule of travel continued, with visits to Paraguay, Bolivia, and Ecuador. To date, he has sanctified more than 3,000 people. In September 2015, Pope Francis changed the ideas of the Catholic Church when he announced that priests around the world will be allowed to forgive the sin of abortion during a year of mercy, which started on December 8 of 2015 and ends November 20, 2016. During the current migrant crisis, the Pope has agreed to give shelter to refugees, families, to set an example for the Catholic world. Nowadays, his tenure has been characterized by humility and outspoken support of the world's poor and marginalized people. And he has been involved actively in areas of political diplomacy and environmental advocacy. Pope Francis may be changing the face of the Catholic Church for the better. There is still a number of problems that need to be solved.